cutting it now because I've already traced out the other part. So I'm cutting the whole pattern into the bust, bust dart. Okay, and then I'll cut right here to meet up what I have here, and then I'll just separate them here. So I'm going to cut. Okay, so the armhole, the neckline starts from here. Please take note of that. The neckline for this starts from here and runs to, can you see, and goes through this way and runs into the armhole. So I'll be stopping at that point. Okay, so I'll just go into the princess dart accommodation, to the bust dart, and then back to the waist. So this is what your pattern is going to look like. That is the main body, the first layer pattern. So I'm going to close up my princess dart now. I'm taking off the darts. Okay, so I've taken away my darts. You can see that right here. So I'll now cut off my, let me close up the bust dart first. I close up the bust dart, as you can see. Then I'll go over here to close up my bust darts as well. Okay, so bust dart is closed. So once bust dart is closed, this is what your pattern will look like. So I'm going to separate the princess dart now. The princess dart will be separated on the princess dart line. Okay, so you can just blend in because there's no sharp point. Then alright people, so before we cut, do you notice that we've not contoured our under bust? Okay, so please, I almost forgot to contour my under bust, even for the trace pattern. So I bring back the dart now, so we'll be able to contour the under bust. So I just put it in so I can contour the under bust. So for our under bust contouring, of course, you know how we usually go about it. Simply place your tape on the center front, on the under bust line, and you take your tape to your under bust. So this is my under bust measurement, round under bust divided by 4. This is what I have from the center front, and what is remaining is 1.5. So on this part, I'm going to add 1/4 inch, and from here I'm going to add the rest of it. So of course, you know, we'll be using this method to contour under bust, and it works perfectly for us. So I'll just place my pattern ruler like this, as you can see, and contour. So make sure, please make sure you contour your under bust. Okay, so I'll contour the under bust and I'll just bring it back to the dart line. So this was supposed to be done before we cut. Okay, so I just noticed it right now. So if I have to cut now, you can see we have the actual bustier shape. Can you see that? Okay, so this is what you're expected to have. And here I'll just, please make sure you do this. Okay, so you'll be able to have a perfect princess dart. So I'm going to also repeat the same thing I did on that part, contouring our under bust. It's the same thing. I'll put in what I have remaining here and 0.25 here. So once I do that, I'll come in with my pattern ruler to that point and contour, and then I'll flip my ruler this other way to that point and contour. So finally I'll bring whatever thing to that leg and bring back this to that leg. Okay people, so this is it, and then I cut off and I have a beautiful princess dart right here. Okay, so I'm going to cut out the princess